Hello, my darling critters! I didn't post a recap last week because Gay Pride was going on in Las Vegas, where I live, and so I didn't have time to get into drag and film a video. So I hope you didn't miss me too much. Aww. Who am I? I am the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. So now I will recap both episodes 36 and 37 of Bell's Hells, which actually makes a lot of sense since the episodes are so connected, at least in terms of story. We finally get the Critical Role Inception event we've been looking forward to. Bell's Hells meet Vox Machina in their quest to resurrect Laudna. First, we get more interaction with Keyleth, who says that Laudna wasn't poisoned in the way that prevented the resurrection of Orm's husband, but something is preventing her from coming back to life. Is it a surprise to you? Then we meet Percy, or Percival Frederickstein von Musel Klosowski de Rollo III. He's a bit of an asshole, but then again, he wasn't called No Mercy Percy for nothing. We find out that Percy and Vex'ahlia have a bunch of children, and we meet the youngest one, Gwendolyn.
And as the doors close from where Keyleth was leaving, suddenly Percival, as you say that, looks past you and goes, "Darling, I told you not to do that." And behind you, you can glance and see slipping into the door what looks to be a young girl in a pale blue dress, deep red skin, and these horns that curl up from the middle of the head through dark hair, holding what looks to be a small doll in one arm. And goes,
"Sorry, Father. I was just curious who these strangers were with Keyleth."
We also get to finally meet Vex'ahlia, who's much more warm and inviting and understanding than Percy. And yes, as expected, the Vox Machina character, who we know makes the most sense to figure out how to bring Laudna back, is introduced. Pike Trickfoot. And we find out she is now a baker. Why a baker? Well, we do know there's a lot of baking in this campaign. So, but my favorite, absolutely favorite unexpected encounter was with Trinket, Vex'ahlia's animal companion, who's now an old bear living in Whitestone with some younger bears who I'm assuming are her offspring.
and right at that moment you also hear,
Oh.
you glance over to your right, and kind of right off to the side, what you didn't notice was a small furred creature that looks grayed in a lot of its fur. You see light bits of armor across its back, and what looks to be two other adult brown bears. These are bears, kind of curled up and waking to the side. The older one kind of going...
Oh. Hey.
Just collapses back down into a nap. The other bear is kind of paying attention to you.
Oh.
Just kind of backs into a sitting position. The other one is still kind of half rested, and the older, kind of larger one is still kind of curled up with one eye open, kind of lazily paying attention to you. This is an ancient bear.
It must be nice having people just do what you need them to by growling at them and having them not expect you to have to explain yourself.
You can tell the players were getting nostalgic as their old personas were introduced. And I don't know about you, but it kind of rubbed off on me. Anyway, the reason for the season is to bring back Laudna. And when we found out that the failure of resurrection is traced back to, big surprise, Delilah being bound to Laudna's soul, Percy absolutely refuses to allow any chance of Delilah being brought back.
As you all stand here in the center of Castle Whitestone's main entryway, the ritual now halted by Pike Trickfoot, withdrawing and telling the Lord and Lady of Whitestone that indeed, residing in the same space that Laudna's spirit is currently held, is also Delilah Briarwood. As these words leave Pike's lips, Lord Percival clicks his cane onto the ground. Then it is done. She is to remain gone.
No.
What do you mean?
That's not how this works.
That's exactly how this works. Do you have any idea, any possible notion of what creature you would possibly be unleashing?
No.
Then you are one of the lucky few.
And this is perfectly reasonable, I think, given Percy's history with Delilah. But I thought that Orem gave a really good argument. But as with everything else with D&D, you live and die by the dice roll.
At which point Percival goes, there is no way we are bringing Delilah back into this world.
Respectfully, Lord Derolo, as far as what I know, wasn't your soul held by another?
Yes.
What did your friends do?
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Terrible. Fucking garbage.
Stop rolling those dice.
But despite all that, Pike, with the help of Ixalia, perform a ritual to send Bill's Hells to astrally travel to Laudna's soul and attempt to free her from Delilah Briarwood. We enter a realm that is like a dream. Ostensibly, I think, scenes from Laudna's life. And they make it past a cabin in the woods guarded by some sort of race, and then they descend through a tunnel that opens up into a dreamscape of Whitestone. So that's where episode 36 ends, and episode 37 picks up, with the party traveling through the Whitestone dreamscape to head towards the Sun Tree. But they do encounter a little girl who they think is Laudna. And the memories being replayed are obviously when Laudna was killed by the Briarwoods and hung on the Sun Tree. But we finally get the confrontation between Delilah and Bell's Hills. Delilah is in some sort of ethereal form and appears in front of the Sun Tree. Orem sees the soul of Laudna trapped in the Sun Tree. And there is a great little moment where Matt brings Marisha back to have a brief conversation with Bell's Hills.
If you think it will do any good, I've been speaking with her myself for some time, and we've gotten along just fine. Laudna, darling. When she looks up, you hear the creaking of wood and branches pull apart ever so faintly, and now you can see that purple glow in this kind of flickering shadow form. Now, the same body, the same shape as what you saw put on that dress in that earlier vision. The purple glow in the chest, the same purple energy as Delilah, and the tree itself almost seems to have like a faint purple glow to it as the branches pull back. She's still held partially within this cage, but is now visible.
Buck-ass naked.
No, she's shadow.
Okay.
Lana?
Marisha, you want to take my seat here for a second?
Do this? That's illegal! That's illegal!
Oh,
You're
no.
crossing
Give her
the
a
street.
second.
What is happening right now?
Oh, no.
I think she's rushing over right now.
She's at your house? She's driving over?
No, she's in the other room.
I hear
flip-flops.
I hear a dog.
What is she? Is that Omar?
What is that?
That sounds like a dog.
Where is she? Is she peeing?
Actually, teleport. See if you can find her.
Omar.
It would be
I
amazing
think
if we heard
that was
like,
her being so.
She's probably dropping a deuce right now. Dropping a deuce.
No, I think the past few weeks she's been on the other side of the curtain, and tonight because we have Omar here in the studio, she's in the other office room. So,
Somebody going together.
so I think she's probably being.
I heard a voice. The suspense is killing me, and I know what she looks
She's gonna be like, I wasn't watching.
Comes out in full costume. No.
What is this? What happens? This isn't a thing. You can't have two people over there. No. Wait, you're leaving.
Oh man.
I know. That's the fun part of it. We're off the rails, girl. Welcome to my world. So, suddenly, you, in this dark space, reliving various elements of your trauma, lost in the expanse of cold nothing, to whatever level of acceptance or struggle that you feel, your vision clarifies, and it's almost like taking a breath. If breath was a thing that you dealt with, you glance beyond the cage-like branches of the tree as they open, and you hear Imogen's voice say your name.
Lana? Imogen. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you home, okay?
I forgot how much I hate it here.
Can you get out? Can you get out of the tree?
I think that depends on you, darling.
I need you to fight her. I need you to fight her.
I haven't been able to fight her for 30 odd years.
We're here now. We'll help.
Can we all hear her? No.
Branches.
Is she less than? Is she 30 feet away?
She's more than 30 feet away.
She's like 150. How far away is that?
About, I'd say, 90 to 100 feet from you, upward angle at the distant part of the tree.
Okay.
As the branches begin to close, you can step away.
Oh no!
You were the DM. You could have said Delilah turned into a fart.
Too late! Too late!
Then we get an epic combat where Delilah sends FCG and Orm's body back to their bodies by dropping them to 0 hit points, and Bell's Hells then uses the potions of possibility to change some of their die rolls to good advantage, especially Imogen, who would have been sent back to her body if she did not change one of Delilah's rolls.
She's gonna go ahead. Yeah, she's disadvantage other way because you're still in melee with her. She's gonna go ahead and she's gonna go for you. That's what she would do.
It's the second attack on her turn, so she'll take a whopping 2 points of psychic damage.
That's true.
Oh, I guess I didn't take it because
It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
I'll use that last mode I have to try to make her reroll.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
Why is it the same face? Get a different
I
face.
know, it was the same one. I thought it was 20. I hate this. I am not sleeping
Okay,
tonight.
we'll get to that.
I was just curious.
So now it's your turn, Imogen.
Oh my god.
Same roll. That's funny. Okay, I healed 10 points of
Okay.
whatever. Like, that's going to do anything. And I was at 6 plus
at
10, so I have 16 points of.
You're real fucking lucky.
Oh my god. Supply changes. Jesus H. Macy. Okay. Oh my lord.
Hey, Imogen, what do you do on your turn?
They figure out the Sun Tree and Delilah are connected and destroy the Sun Tree, which destroys Delilah. And that's where the episode ends. So, the quest to save Laudna has now run 2 episodes and it's not over. My guess is that after all this, they'll be able to save Laudna, but it's still not a done deal. At this point, I think it'd be pretty mean not to let Laudna be resurrected. Matt obviously wanted the consequences after the encounter with Odahan Thal, and he wasn't going to allow an easy resurrection, but at this point, I think the party has earned it. Have we ever gone through such a long quest to resurrect a party member in Critical Role? I mean, this is going to be a 3-episode side quest. And if Laudna is separated from Delilah and is resurrected, will she be the old undead Laudna? Will she come back alive? And how would her character change? I also kept thinking we'd find out more of what Delilah has done with the Gnarl Stone, but maybe we'll get more into that in the next episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Next week, we'll hopefully get the conclusion on the quest to save Laudna, and as usual, I'll be there. Until we meet again, may all the books you read and campaigns you play be blessed.